in the images before you, you can see Devendra Fadnavis, Maharashtra's Deputy Chief Minister, Eknath Shinde, the Chief Minister, Amit Shah, Home Minister, and Piyush Goyal, the Commerce Minister. They are the foursome who are there moving towards the crematorium site. They're being greeted there by members of the Tata Group. Several directors from across the country have now come to Mumbai, and you will, in a short while from now, hear from many more voices. Narayan Murthy will be joining us in a short while from now. Like Ratan Tata, another iconic industrialist philanthropist will join us. So the last rites at the Worli Crematorium. Ratan Tata is very much a man of Mumbai. Lived in Kolaba by the sea. Went to Campion School in the 1940s, then went to Cathedral School. So Campion and Cathedral were the two schools that he went to. He then went abroad, had a stint at Harvard Business School, returned, worked at different Tata companies, starting with Nelco. Eventually, in the 1990s, took over the Tata Group at a time of transition. He, in a way, superseded several others who were running different Tata companies, the likes of Rusi Modi, Darbari Seth, among others. And then slowly, brick by brick, took the company to new heights. Devesh is joining us at this moment. Devesh, tell us what now lies ahead in terms of the last rites of Ratan Tata.
Radeep, shortly the mortal remains of Sri Ratan Tata would be reaching the Worli Crematorium. Union Home Minister Amit Shah, Union Minister Piyush Goyal, along with Chief Minister Eknath Shinde, Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis have reached the Worli Crematorium. They are speaking to the relatives and friends of Sri Ratan Tata at the Worli Crematorium. They've just reached a while ago, and what we hear from our sources in the Tata Group is that shortly the mortal remains of Sri Ratan Tata would reach the Worli Crematorium. The friends and family members who are waiting here to pay their last respects will be allowed to pay their respects, will be allowed to have a last glimpse of the legendary philanthropist, businessman Sri Ratan Tata, after which the mortal remains will be taken to the electric crematorium. Mr. Kumar Mangalam Birla has arrived at the Worli Crematorium just now. You can see in the camera frame, Mr. Birla has arrived at the Worli Crematorium, and there are several other dignitaries who are already present here to pay their last respects to the legendary businessman, philanthropist, Sri Ratan Tata. Shortly, state honors, the funeral will be held with full state honors as ordered by the Maharashtra state government. Police team for the state funeral has already reached. They are in position. Gun salute will be awarded, and after which the last rites would begin. Family members and close relatives, friends in large numbers have already reached, and there are many others who are reaching with the mortal remains of Sri Ratan Tata at the Worli Crematorium. There's heavy police deployment at the place. There's several others. There are several people who are not from the family, who are not. Okay, you can see in the frame the mortal remains have just arrived. The hearse has just arrived at the Worli Crematorium. You can see in the camera frame the mortal remains of Ratan Tata has arrived, and the police team for the state funeral is all set. Ratan Tata, legendary businessman, philanthropist, visionary. His mortal remains have just arrived at the Worli Crematorium. State funeral is being given with full honors to Sri Ratan Tata by the Maharashtra state government. Family members have also reached. You can see the police team which will be awarding the gun salute for state funeral. is in position right now, and the mortal remains will be taken to the crematorium from here. You can see in our camera frame shortly the mortal remains of Sri Ratan Tata will be brought out from the hearse which has just reached the Worli Crematorium. Chairman of the Tata Group, Tata Sons and Chandrasekharan has just arrived. Police officials, they are bringing out the mortal remains. The coffin carrying the mortal remains of Sri Ratan Tata is being brought out from the hearse. And with full state honors, Sri Ratan Tata will be laid to rest. The coffin wrapped in tricolor. You can see in our frame the last crib of legendary businessman, visionary, philanthropist with a golden heart has been brought out, being carried inside the crematorium. Close family members.
Ratan Tata's body being brought in that hearse and full state honors to one of the legends of Indian industry and philanthropy. Kumar Mangalam, Birla among others there at the Worli Crematorium. Listening to wrapped in the tricolor, will be taken there to the crematorium for the last rites to be performed. Few members of the family, members of the Tata Group, and friends accompanying the body as it is taken to the Worli Crematorium. Ratan Tata, born in 1937, someone who for over 2 decades was the chairman of the Tata Group, enabled the company to make the transition to a global conglomerate while retaining the core ethical values that shaped the Tata Group. In many ways, he symbolized, as did J.R.D. Tata and the founder Jamshedji Tata, the great values that shaped the Tata Group's compassionate capitalism over the years. Those are images coming in from the Worli Crematorium, where those last rites are being performed this evening. Recall Ratan Tata from all the various entrepreneurial journeys he embarked on, the manner in which he consolidated Tata companies, the manner in which he acquired companies in different parts of the world, including the United Kingdom, and the manner in which he led the Tata Group through good times and bad, the manner in which he got Tata Trusts to become a space where philanthropy and young startups could hope and dream and serve the nation above all else. A true patriot, a true legend, someone who was able to live his life with simplicity while ensuring at all times that his ethical core remained intact. Those are images of Siddharth Shinde, the MP and son of Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde and Milind Devra, another Shinde Sena MP, former South Mumbai MP, now a Rajya Sabha MP of the party. Those are all live images that we are getting you. Mr. Chandrasekharan, now the chairman of Tata's, is accompanying that hearse as it is brought here to the Worli Crematorium. The Shinde Sena has made a demand today, and a perfectly legitimate one, that Ratan Tata should be given the Bharat Ratna. There you have Ryan Karanjawala, lawyer who's done many cases for the Tata's group. Many others whose lives he's touched over the years, but particularly the employees of Tata's. Recall how after the 26/11 Mumbai attack, Ratan Tata made special efforts to ensure that each and every person who was affected in some way or the other, any employee, was looked after. And that symbolized what Ratan Tata stood for, that while he built the Tata group and the Tata empire, he never lost sight of the compassion and the humanism that stood out above all else. We saw images earlier today of Ratan Tata's dog being brought in to the funeral. And remember once again that Ratan Tata has done a lot for animal activists as well. There's an entire floor now at Bombay House, the headquarters of Tata's, where stray dogs are looked after. And that's just one of the many steps that Ratan Tata took to walk the talk when it came to his belief that it wasn't enough simply to build a great company, but also to ensure that that company contributed, gave back to society in different ways. A full state funeral there being paid by the Mumbai police as it takes Ratan Tata's body wrapped in the tricolour to the Worli Crematorium. Now is a very special guest. Let's go back to the pictures that we are getting from the Worli Crematorium, where the final rites are about to be performed for Ratan Tata. As I said, it's a special moment for many people who remember him with, especially emotional moment for people who will remember him in various ways. He touched millions of people in very different ways, sometimes unimaginable. I know animal activists today who recall how Ratan Tata did so much to put the issue of stray dogs on the agenda of various groups that he supported, of how small startup industries suddenly found that the Tata Trust was ready to fund them because they had good ideas. Ratan Tata was someone who looked beyond himself, transcended those boundaries, and thereby built the Tata ecosystem as a brand that stood for value-based, compassionate capitalism. Simplicity was his calling card, as was humanism, as was compassion. And therefore, he will be much loved and, yes, much missed.